What's going on, guys? Back again for another video, another vlog. Well, today's Friday. I just made an upload last night, so if you haven't caught that video, go check it out. It's live on the channel. Some interesting things you probably should want to check if you have BFI mounts. Well, anyways, we're not here to talk about that. What we're here to talk about is I just got in the mail my new Carista OBD2 scanner Bluetooth dongle. I'm super excited to try this. I've seen people talk about this thing all over the forums, all over online, how to customize your car and read the scans and the codes. So tomorrow we're gonna jump in this thing. We're gonna see what we can unlock on the GTI, maybe even the Mark V. We'll try the Mark V too. We're gonna jump in this. We're gonna check this thing out. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be taking one of the axles for the Jetta, the Mark III, to go get it swapped, warranty swapped, for a new one because I have a tear in the boot.
So funny.
Well, back again in the garage again. Christian's here. Say hi, Christian.
What's up, Steve? What's up, man?
Interesting development. I saw the wheel caps poking out a little bit, and I wanted to get to the axle nut, so I was just going to grab the cap and pull it off. And the EV,
now there's
Bugatti,
two caps.
Came off in my hand. And what's left? A BBS cap underneath, which I'm not mad about because I think the black BBS cap looks better, but I wasn't expecting a sticker.
I mean, it's a high quality plastic.
I mean, it's a high quality cap. It's a cap.
It's a high quality cap. I mean, it's not.
But
that's funny.
It was just stuck on, which is.
I wonder if there's actual
interesting, but I'm pretty sure that's a real cap down there. Which is
plot twist, another sticker.
Which is fine. It would be funny if I take that one and try to get that one off, and it's like
another sticker they got.
It says something like JNC or XXR. That would be dope.
I'd laugh though.
Anyways,
because it matched the red inside the car.
Yeah, but it didn't match anything on the outside of the car. It looked a little off with the
so
red.
The black there looks really good.
Looks better to me.
You just got out of nowhere. You just got like $100 set of caps.
Yeah, no. Or I could just they sell the Bugatti full caps either way. So.
I'm thinking.
Anyway, what? Oh boy, here we go. Anyways, I went to go get the axle swapped. They didn't have one in stock, so I have to pick that up in the morning, which is not a big deal. What I'm gonna do now is pull the old one out. And with the decent weather that we had this evening, which is real nice and cool, I decided to give both cars a nice wash. That way the wife's car is clean. This car hasn't been clean in I don't know how many weeks. The inside from our trips was destroyed. So I got all the beach sand out, got all the carpets and everything. No, I still have to vacuum the carpets. But anyway, cars are clean and I'm happy. They'll be dirty tomorrow probably with all the road construction. Hopefully I don't have to go anywhere. And the coilovers come tomorrow. Hopefully they come early enough and I can get them installed. What'd you know about those Bugatti?
The rarest of the rare.
Bugatti Zaubers.
One of one.
One of one ever made. Oh man. I can put this thing on anything now. That's gonna be the fun part. I can slap it on anything. I might put it on the Mark VI, who knows? Just because that's interesting. Oh, and take a look. This guy, talk about, he's a car guy. He keeps his car so clean. Oh he took his car to Daytona last weekend and hasn't cleaned it. And
I got home super late, put it in the garage, and now it's not in it. And now it's out of the garage a week later. It's fine.
He killed every bug on the way home from Daytona.
Thankfully, they're not love bugs.
Oh, if they were love bugs, you'd have to peel this whole thing off. By now, you'd have to peel this whole thing off and redo it.
Surprisingly, though, after I went to Clean Culture down in South Florida, my car was trashed. I didn't have one issue. And they were on the car for probably about an hour, hour and a half.
Well, that's not bad.
But they were no.
It's been days.
We had to scrape with nails for a while to get off. And I had no issue, so thankfully.
Well, who knows? Maybe this stuff is the move. If you can paint match it, like color match it to your paint, a layer of this over the front end of your car,
right?
Or just clear bright. I mean, whatever. Watching Christian trying to save a dragonfly.
We're going two hands with this. I'm literally mucking my fingers off here. Please come here.
Very interesting.
Stop.
Just about every time I turn this light on and the garage door's open, a dragonfly gets caught behind here.
Come here. Just, oh my god.
Just move the light now. Move the light.
Oh, wait.
I like the light too much. Let's see if we do this. You can't see.
No, I can't see. Oh, he's there now. He's trying to save you, but he can't win.
We can't help ridiculous animals, insects. Anyway, wheels off. I'm gonna 30. Was it a 30?
Yeah,
30 socket. If you don't have somebody here, I have Christian here. But if you don't have somebody here, just stick a screwdriver in between your vented rotor. It'll hold it while you crack the nut.
Because otherwise, you're just be spinning the whole thing.
Otherwise, it's never coming off. It's just not gonna happen. Like,
not much light, but the bolts are over there.
Not much light. I like to take one bolt, take both bolts out with the matching washer thingy. Get 2 of them out, then rotate, and then do the next 2 and go on like that.
And on the driver's side here, we actually see them all right there at the top. That's what he's working on right there. There's 6 bolts to go around. Take 2 out, spin it down, and keep working the same side. It's kind of a pain to try and get all angles. Just keep moving your axle around in a circle. And it's usually the best way to go about it.
With the bay being shaved, I can do the axle from the top on
that side. Yeah, that's really nice.
Which is nice.
I'm gonna do on mine basically. Well, yeah, mine be like this.
Something just dripped on my hand. I had to fight with the 6 axle bolts. As you can tell, I feel like I've been working all day. It's hot in this garage, even though it's cool outside. All the axle bolts are out. One was stripped, so I had to use a vice grip on that. It's a pain in the butt. But that's out now. All I gotta do now is either loosen the 3 bolts on the bottom of the hub, get a little bit of clearance to pop the axle out, which is easier than undoing the ones on this strut because who has time for messing up alignments? So now that the axle's pretty much loose, get your 13 mil socket and you have the 3 bolts and the 3 nuts underneath the lower control arm where the spindle bolts in. All you have to do is take those 3 out and you'll get enough clearance to pull the hub and let the axle get enough space for the axle to fall out pretty much. It's easier than undoing these bolts up here and then messing with your alignment and all that other stuff, because once those bolts go back in, they're only going in one spot. So let's get that done now. Alright, got the 3 bolts on the bottom of the hub, and you can just swing the whole hub out of the way. And now you can see that my sway bar end link is toast.
Not even connected.
Not even connected. It's all the grease from the axle. It's everywhere. That's gonna be great to clean up. But yeah, so I have another problem. Bro. One-hand axle removal.
One-hand axle removal.
I'm a pro. Yeah, not really. Alright, so be around here, one-handed. There it is. So tomorrow when I go back to Advance to pick up the axle, I'll see if they have an end link, swap that out, new axle, new end link. All these bushings should be still good because I have R32 bushings for the lower control arm. On the, at least the inner one. The out one is a urethane. That one in the back there somewhere. So this is out. I found a leak in my crack pipe on where it meets the block, so I'm gonna pull that out and reseal that, because no more leaks. When this car comes back out, I don't want to have to come back in and do no maintenance stuff, at least for
a weekend.
A while. No, a while. I don't want to come back in here.
That's my goal.
So water tank's on the way. Fix the crack pipe. Fix all this suspension stuff. We'll be good to go. And before I put the wheels and tires back on, pull the fender liner and wire up all the side markers and E-code stuff. So, like I said, you start one thing and you have the whole laundry list of things you find and stuff that you gotta do. So, a lot of work. It's a lot of work maintaining these cars. So, probably gonna end this video here until maybe, I don't know, or maybe I'll add some of the stuff tomorrow. But in the comments below, ask any question you want answered about Mark IIIs and our cars in general. I know a fair amount. Christian knows a fair amount. He works at a dealership. He drives all these other random cars all the time. I've been working on cars since who knows when. I think we're gonna have to start this this rolling podcast Q&A thing because I think it's a good idea. I really think it's a good idea.
We'll pick topics and just talk about whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully this will grow into something. In my head, I see going to dealerships and getting loaner cars and just driving, talking about the car and then other random subjects.
I just drove a 2018 Porsche 718 Cayman S this week. Cool car. That's right.
It's a thumbs up if you can't see it.
Cool car.
So stuff like that. If we can make that happen, that'd be cool. But for right now, we have enough cars here that we can take and BS in the cars and answer your guys' questions. So drop some questions. We'll start putting something like this together, and we'll see where it goes. One more thing. I know we've talked about it probably on both channels, but what we're gonna do also is give you guys like a price rundown of what it costs to not only maintain but to get our cars in somewhat of the condition that they're in.
Honestly, hilarious you said it because literally in the start of my video today, exactly what I said.
Yeah.
That sometime soon we're gonna do that video.
Yeah, I think we should do that video sooner than later.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe this weekend if anything.
Maybe this weekend
sit
or
down on a whiteboard and just start.
I got a lot of stuff. Hey,
Yeah,
what
we'll
costs what?
Yeah.
With the current market prices of things, even though the market fluctuates a lot.
I know for a fact I'm well past 10 grand. Well past 10. I might be getting closer to 20 grand at this point.
Yeah,
It's
probably. No, listen. In maintenance alone, if I didn't have like the warranty for this axle, that'd be $70.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like 2.5 weeks into getting my car, my timing belt shredded, bent every valve in the head, and I had to take that. So $953.70 that I paid to have the entire top end rebuilt and all that stuff done. That was like 2 weeks into the car. I tell people these cars, maintaining 90s cars is already a hassle in itself, and then you want to drive this car all over the place, and you want it to look good at the same time. It's a hassle. It's a lot. I don't think people realize it's a lot.
Not easy, and it's not cheap. That's why you might not see our cars everywhere. You'd be like, "Oh, where's your car? Where's your car?" Yeah, man, I left it home. Why do you leave your car? Yeah, bro. I don't want to drive it on the highway all the time because paint work alone is almost $2,000, and you don't want to pay that and then get rock chips here and there. Now, I drive my car, so who cares? But the least amount of damage you can get on your car, the better.
Which is why my car's not static no more, because I was dailying my car still, and I ain't got time to be replacing oil paint and subframes. If you're a static warrior, props to you. I'm not about it. I like my fenders where they are. I'm just not about it. It's a lot of money. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into it now,
be an
but
eye-opener.
It's coming soon. Probably if not this weekend, probably definitely next weekend. Because an axle change at a shop is what, $200, $300.
Yeah, they probably charge you maybe 1.2, 1.3 hours. Something like that. Probably around there. Just not working at a dealership.
If you're lucky.
All the time.
But
you're paying shop prices plus the part plus the labor.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I think I will end this video here. Anyways, tomorrow I will get the rest of the parts for this car and try to get it together and start doing all the minor things and getting it ready to be back on the road full time. Everything done, everything hooked up, everything finished in time for Simply Clean. I don't have nothing major except getting that spoiler hooked up and working the right way.
Sick.
And a rigger lip, but other than that, this car's gonna be done. The interior, I'm not even worrying about. See you guys tomorrow, next video. Do all that YouTube stuff that everybody always tells you to do. I'm getting tired of asking. Still, I don't remember, I'm in the mid 300s with subscribers, trying to give away these pedals. Trying to get to 500. Once I get to 500, pedals go to a random winner. So tell your friends, share it, let everybody know. Hey man, it is what it is. I can't force it, but it is what it is. See you guys tomorrow. Peace. Take a nap, Richard.